Howdy, we're back. We are back at Thunder Valley. There's a test and tune tonight, so we're gonna get some passes in, try to dial the car in, and then tomorrow there's a midnight race here, and I don't know if they've done one of those before, but it's a midnight race, so it starts at like 9, which will be cool because it's currently 6:30 in Oklahoma City, and it's 94 degrees, so it's not the greatest of time. We're gonna go to the midnight deal tomorrow as long as everything goes well tonight. And then they also added a small tire shootout deal into the midnight's deal, so hopefully we can get in on that. He's gonna go back and forth and back and forth and back and forth 8 times until he feels like he's straight enough. Once he does that 82 times, we'll get this puppy unloaded. I'm right in this guy's way, and then we will show y'all which puppy's with us, I guess. What?
Usually don't even have to fill these out. It's been a while.
I don't know if you've ever noticed, but I've just always filled yours out.
That's probably why.
Because in your brain it's probably been, 8 years since you filled one out.
At least. Not details.
You showed everybody your phone number.
We're here at beautiful Thunder Valley Raceway Park. The sun is just starting to get tired. About time for us to go try and make a lick here. It is hot. Water drains are about 115 at the moment, hopefully dropping. If you're a density altitude guy, that's about 3,400 foot. If you're a temperature guy, it's warm. But we're gonna go up there and see what it'll do, and then see if we can get faster when the sun goes down. Hey, there's a GoPro in there now. Hey, it went down. Might be getting better at this. What do you want to guess? 122, 322, 477 at 160. Not so bad. not bad. Not bad, not bad. We can improve, but we're off the trailer on a slick. You know what I mean? 477. Hey fellas, how are you? 477 and 160. We picked up 5 miles per hour from last time we were out here.
And a 10. And a 10.
And a 10? Oh yeah, went 487. So yeah, picked up a 10th and 5 miles per hour. Not bad. Off the trailer.
Yeah.
I'll take it. Now if we can keep picking up a 10th, it won't be long, but we'll be fast. Just gonna pop in here real quick. Not bad. The word for today is not bad. 477 with a 6, 160 and a half miles per hour. 068 light, that's horrible, but we can work on that. That's in my department, the driver's department. 122 to the 60 foot, whew, horrible. But that's the tuner's department, and I know that guy. We're close, so hopefully we can get him in gear there. 322 with an 8 to the 330, you know, that's a byproduct of the 60. So we've got plenty of room to go here, but we're going to run into an RPM issue out the back if we're not careful. So we need to start making changes in the 60 foot, and that's what we're going to do. I'm not going to make a whole bunch of changes. The fuel map needs a lot of work, but whatever. But I'm not going to make a whole lot of changes for this next trip. We are just going to try and add some boost on the brake. That pass we just made that you saw, we left at 7.73 psi of boost. Calling for 8, but the air is terrible, so it was like 7 3/4. We're going to leave pretty much everything else alone. We're going to raise that to, we're going to shoot for 9 or 10 pounds of boost on the brake. So we're going to try and make more on the trans brake so that when I let off the button, it's got more power. Not more RPM, but more power. That way it doesn't bounce the tire or anything stupid. We're going to try and pick it up a pound or 2 of boost on the trans brake. So if we could leave it 9 or even 10, that'd be cool. And we're just going to do the whole thing. So if it'll leave it 10, we're going to let it make, which would be 2 more pounds of boost. We're going to let it make that 2 more pounds of boost all the way till we let off. So we're basically going to raise the whole boost, everything in the boost, 2 pounds, hopefully. And it should leave with a little bit more power, maybe make a little bit more through the middle, and then we'll know if we're, you know, going the right direction. If it doesn't pick up in the 60 foot, we're going the wrong direction. We're just going to go up there and try it again.
Are you going to go in the right lane or the left lane?
Oh, I don't care, whichever one y'all tell me to go in.
Who's y'all?
Well, if Hillbilly is only paying attention to the right lane right now to the testing tune, then we'll go over there, because tomorrow he's going to pay attention to both.
Yeah, but we were nervous that tomorrow they wouldn't actually do test passes before the deal, and you haven't made any in the left lane.
I know, but I mean, I just meant like tomorrow during eliminations he'll prep both, whereas right now he may only be doing the right lane.
Okay.
Word? Yeah, we definitely need to make one in the left.
Yeah. Anything else?
Yeah, I think we're about out of stators. So we can't go a whole lot faster out the back, so we're going to have to try and find it early. time if I can get out quick enough to keep these guys from running over my parachutes off my goddamn trailer, I think. Shook a little bit there early. Shook a little bit. Went in too deep. Slowed down, went 126, 324, 477, 161 and a half. So I don't know if it was because the bump, I was in too deep or what, but damn. Oh well. Bumped in way too deep. And red lit.
Yeah, you did.
Yeah. I don't know, it left, I don't know, the bump was more violent and it shouldn't have been. Unless the tranny was hotter earlier and I didn't realize it, but so we turned the bump down a little bit, but then also it shook just a little bit, like I'll have to look at the data, but I'm gonna say it was at like 0.7, 0.8, maybe 0.6. But I'm just trying to figure out where in that little realm I can pick it up, but hey, it went 1 mile an hour out the back, so
Yeah, you got it. Gave one.
lost a bunch in the 60 foot. We picked it up somewhere because it run the same ET.
Yeah.
So now if we can just get 60 foot, 400s faster than it was earlier. And just like that, fun time is over. It's time to get serious. Play date is over. The testing playhouse is closed. Now we have to make a decision. There is a drag radio race here tomorrow. I mean, well, I say it's a drag radio race. It's like a 28 versus 275 or whatever. Glued racetrack. Majority of the cars are going to be on drag radios. It's going to be radio prepped, etc., etc., etc. And so now we have to make a decision if we're going to enter that. There are a few cars there that will be faster than what we went today. And there's a couple that have a potential to go even faster than that. That's racing, baby. We just have to make a decision if we feel like our shit's together enough to go to a race. Now, I rarely ever look at the ET and say, we're not fast enough to go to a race. That's kind of never my thing. I'm always, do we have our shit together? Will it go down every round? Can we make it run the same and run what we want it to run? And we just made 2 licks that went the same ET, 477. So we have an RPM condition out the back that we're limited. I really don't like taking this motor above about 9,400 RPM. Rev limiter's at like 9,500 right now. I don't like taking it higher than that. I will if I have to, if it's only deep in the rounds. If I got to take it higher than that to run with somebody out the back or whatever, I will, but I'd rather not. We're getting to the issue of the slippage is going to get worse with the more power you put in it. So basically, I'm not going to be able to just go out there and back split everybody and try and win on horsepower alone. Not that I'm even going to have the most horsepower there, because I never do. The drag radio cars are going 60 foot really good. Drag radio stuff will go 110 pretty easy with just about any combo. We're a tenth and a half behind that right now. I'm not confident enough in the 28 slick on a radio surface to, because I mean, that was only like my 5th hit ever on 28s at the track, or 4th hit. Jeez, that was my 4th hit ever on 28s at the track. So I don't really, I'm not confident enough to make a big swing in the 60 foot and know that it's going to go and be fine and go fast or whatever. So if we can't really work on the back split and we can't really do it in the 60 foot, that only leaves the middle. So we're going to take our cut out of the middle and basically work on the essentials. The fuel map, which mine is a little off right now because we're only at like 35 or whatever pounds of boost. So we're a little off. We're going to work on fuel map. We're going to work on boost controller. And we're going to work on staging. Winnie, what are you going to work on? She says you're going to work on eating dinner. So we're going to work on staging, boost controller, fuel map. Staging is how you go rounds and win races. Because if your opponent gives you anything, you can't take advantage of it unless you get them on the tree. So we're going to work on our staging. We're going to work on the bump, making sure the bump is consistent, making sure the boost and the RPM is consistent on the starting line. And then that way the driver can do his job of gauging the tree. If you bump in deep, because you have a window to light that second bulb. So you light the first bulb, and then you have like 12, 15 inches to light whatever it is of the second bulb. So if you go deep, well, then your reaction time is going to get better. If your reaction times are good anyway as a driver, then you know you're going to red light. So if you go really shallow, well, then your reaction time may be not as good, but your 60 foot's going to be good or whatever. ET is going to be better. So you just got to know these things, and you got to get it to do it and set the suspension the same every time. Because if it bumps too violent, it's going to squat and ratchet the shock down. Or if you separate or whatever you do, it's going to separate and stay up. We're going to work on our staging so the driver can do his job. We're going to work on fuel map and boost controller so that we can make horsing powers through the middle. In order to run with a bunch of radio guys, we need to be able to go. We need to be able to go 3.0 or better to the 330, and then hopefully still be able to maintain out the back. The guy that's putting this race on, I've known him a long, long time. Josh GN is what we called him, but he's putting the race on. He's a local dude. When I was putting races on around here, he raced in them. He helped. He wanted people to go to him. He was a big part. He's always been a big part of that small tire track thing around here. Something fun to do locally and support our local people in our local track. Worst case scenario, I get my ass beat. But what if I don't? Let's do it. So let's see what we can do with some street race stuff and some old floppy Hoosiers on a radio prepped racetrack.